Well, hey everyone, Joelle Anthony here, and it has been a long time since my last video, but I do have some really good news for you guys. I actually have two new videos coming out this week, one on Monday and one on Thursday. So be sure to subscribe so you can see the new videos that I have coming out your way. All right, so I wanted to come out on here today, and I'm not sure if you guys are aware of, you may already know, and maybe you don't know, but May is a super cool month because it is Borderline Personality Disorder Awareness Month. So how cool is it that we have a month just for ourselves, borderlines? All right, and in that, I just wanted to come on here and chat with you guys a little bit about the borderline personality disorder awareness and just encourage you guys with a couple of things that I have learned along the way. And number one thing I want to talk about is if you have borderline personality disorder and you are seeking therapy for that, try your best to communicate with those around you, your family, your friends, and those in your inner circle that you do have borderline personality disorder. Talk to them about it. Let them know, I've got this disorder and these are the things that I'm going through. So when times get tough for you and you are going through some behavior disruptions, they know what's going on, and you can be open with them about it. Now, I'm not saying you have to walk around and use borderline personality disorder as an excuse for poor behavior. By no means possible you should be doing that. But what I'm talking about is, if you communicate with people that you have BPD, this way here they know what's going on with you. And even colleagues at work, sometimes you can be in a bad mood or just have mood swings, and and they're like, what's going on with her? If you talk to your close friends at work and just say, hey, I've got BPD and I'm working through it, so that is why I didn't talk to you for 2 days, and now I'm talking to you now. People around us get very confused about our behavior. So that's my first tip, is just try so hard to communicate with those around you that you do have BPD and you are working through it, okay? Because that's something I didn't learn early on. I was trying to just hide my behavior and trying to ignore the situations that were going on with me. But I feel like if I would have communicated with people more upfront about what I was going through, then things could have went a little bit smoother for me, okay? That's number one. Number two is try your best not to self-diagnose, right? This is a hard one because there's a ton of information on Google and of course YouTube. There's just so much information on there, and it's so easy. We borderlines are paranoid and we're suspicious anyways, right? So we're gonna be like, what's wrong with me? But of course, I highly recommend, and I think the only way to know if you have BPD is to seek a mental health professional so they can give you that appropriate diagnosis and they can start treatment with you however is fit for you. My treatment may not be the same as your treatment, right? So, you want to make sure that you're getting that diagnosis and you're, starting your journey on your way to recovering from it and learning what those coping mechanisms are. So that was number two. And the next thing I wanted to chat with you guys about is I wanted to share some of my resources with you of some great YouTubers out there that talk about borderline personality disorder. I'm going to share who they are with you. I'm going to give them some shout outs because I've been watching these people for about 3 years now. I've got my diagnosis of BPD about 3 years ago, misdiagnosed for 32 years. Check out my other videos for that information. But I want to give some shout outs to some fellow YouTubers out there that have helped me along my journey, and also some book recommendations. So I have my notes here and I'm going to put their names down below. I'm not sure if I can do the links. I'm not sure if I can do that fancy stuff yet, but I'm going to read some people that have helped me along my journey with BPD thus far. So the first and foremost, and this is YouTube channel. So Med Circle. Super great tool. So much information on Med Circle. The doctor that I have been watching, there's an interview with her with a young gentleman. Her name is Dr. Ramani, and I'm not going to say her last name because I do not want to mess it up, but Dr. Ramani on Med Circle, such a great source of information. She just got so many different videos that talk about us borderlines, our symptoms and about things that we go through. It's just a great source of information. So definitely check out Med Circle, Dr. Ramani, and there's actually offer other videos on there. A lot of different mental health conditions on there. Okay, number 2 is actually, I love this girl. She's a little powerhouse. Her name is Sammy Marie Grimm. But I've been watching her for some time now. I think she's the first one that I ran across. She just reminds me a lot of myself. I struggle with anxiety. Like I have so much anxiety right now. Man, I'm just like, I love her because she's so transparent. She goes through a lot and she is just on there telling us everything she's going through. She is just out there letting us know every emotion, every feeling that she's feeling. And I just so respect her for that, because it is not easy to be on camera talking to people about things you're going through, you know, because we just want to sit in a corner and cry most times, let alone talk. But I know it's so healing for her, and I can actually see that in her videos. So thank you, Sammy Marie Grimm. Definitely check her out. I highly recommend her. And another one I came across, her name is, it's actually Recovery Mum, M-U-M. She's from the UK, and she is darling. I love her accent. She's just so peaceful, so gentle, and I think she actually has a book out as well, and just solid information from her. She tells stories, and I'm like, yeah, I could relate to your stories. And a lot of great information. She does interviews as well, and she is another one, super transparent, and you can just feel her emotions, and she's just so sweet and beautiful, and I just appreciate her so much. Recovery Mum, M-U-M. And the next one is actually a man. Not a lot of men on YouTube talking about BPD, but Mr. BPD is, and he is just, you just got to watch him. Check out Mr. BPD. Another one, super transparent. You can see all of his emotions in his face. He has such a fantastic perspective from a man's perspective of BPD. He just tells you like it is, and he's kind of like a gentle giant. He just is, the way he tells his stories, you know, definitely could relate to information. And I just appreciate him coming on there, telling us like it is, and just really just giving such a good amount of information on BPD. I respect him, and you just got to watch him. I can't explain him. He keeps me engaged, you know. I'm like, and I'm watching him like, yeah, I understand what he's talking about. So thank you to Mr. BPD. Check him out. Okay, so the next things are my book resources. So my first book is Lost in the Mirror, and again, I'll put all this information down below. Lost in the Mirror, lot of great information in there. It's helped. That was actually the first. I read Surviving the Borderline Parent, and then I read Lost in the Mirror. Great information in here. Second book is, I think, the most popular one for borderline personality disorder. I Hate You, Don't Leave Me! Exclamation point. Definitely a great read. So much information on BPD in there. The next one is actually for loved ones who live with or are in relationship with us borderlines. It's a good resource for them. My husband actually read it, and it has actually helped him in dealing with me when I'm super symptomatic and just in general every day, because I'm a lot. And it's called Stop Walking on Eggshells. All right, and then the third one is actually from a Christian perspective. I mentioned in my previous videos, I am a Christian, all right? So this book is actually from Christian perspective, a lot of scripture in here, but it is so great. It's called Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. I highly recommend this book. It just goes on about everything that's going on in our mind. You know, it's just, we are fighting in our mind just for our peace and our well-being. So Battlefield of the Mind, a super great read if you're a Christian. If you're not a Christian, it's also a great read. Okay, so those are just my resources and things that people that have helped me along this journey, and books that have helped me. And I am so grateful for every one of those YouTubers that I mentioned, as well as the books that I read. So I'm going to wrap up all this to say, it's Borderline Personality Disorder Awareness Month, the month of May. Today is, I think, May 2nd. All right, we've got a month for ourselves, borderlines, and it's super cool. Make the best of it. Talk to those friends and family and your loved ones about, your condition, let them know what's going on, but don't use it as an excuse, right? We don't want to, because BPD already has a huge stigma that I'll talk about in a future video. Talk to your family, let them know what's going on, make everyone aware, because it is our awareness month. Make sure you don't self-diagnose. Try to seek a therapist. I know it's expensive. I do believe there's a lot of free resources. I believe BetterHelp, and I'll put that link below. Sammy Marie Grimm also talks about free resources on her YouTube channel, so check that out. And again, check out some of these YouTubers and read some of these books. And I look forward to coming out with more videos for you. I got 2 coming out this week. I appreciate you. We're in this fight and journey together. Let's do it. Let's get everyone knowing about what BPD is, all right? I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you. And if you found this helpful or know someone that can benefit, subscribe, like, and share. I'm actually making this video on my own today, so you're going to actually see me stop the camera. My husband's off doing stuff, and I'm just here doing my own thing. You guys have a great rest of the day. I appreciate you. And remember us borderlines, something I came up with. We are unstable, but we are able. All right? Let's raise the roof on BPD awareness. Till next time. Bye. I'm going to shut the camera off now, so here I come.